Hey, what's going on, everybody? Scotty Boots here, back again with another video. We're going to be talking today about the Guardians of Justice, one of the newest series to come to Netflix. I've been excited about this for a while now and for a magnitude of reasons, so we're going to jump into this here. Before we start, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, comment down below. I would love to know your thoughts on this if you have seen the Guardians of Justice. If not, definitely go check it out. Come back and let me know. So what I want to kind of do with this here, without getting too deep, I just want to kind of surface level talk about the show, and then more so give some reasons as to why you need to be watching this, because this show, I really feel there's something in this for everybody to either fall in love with or at the very bare minimum just appreciate. So I do want to start just a little bit with kind of the plot a little bit here and then not dive too much into it. Really what we kind of have here is a reimagining of so many things in pop culture, be it superheroes, horror movies, action movies, some unbelievable cameos. One in particular that I had to stop and go back and I marked out for hardcore. Could not believe it at all. I had to go back like 3 or 4 times just to like make sure my eyes weren't playing tricks on me. If you're a 90s kid, it's gonna hit hard. But there's so much good stuff in this here, and the reimagining of all the superheroes and giving it a very dark, gritty tone just works so well because it's something you're so familiar with, but it's done in such a different, unique way, and it tells the story in its own right and makes the characters its own. And this comes from Adi Shankar. This is the only thing that I know of that they have done that I've at least experienced, and I'm very much looking forward to see what they continue to do and create moving forward from here. I'm hoping that it is a continuation of the Guardians of Justice, because I would really like to see where this could continue to go. Now, why I was excited about this going into it? Well, first and foremost, it stars Diamond Dallas Page. Extremely excited about that. I grew up watching Dallas, in my childhood through WCW. He was always my favorite wrestler. Now, later in life, I developed a relationship with him through health with DDP Yoga. So, right off the bat, excited for this. Very happy for him. He is one of the hardest working men out there who genuinely cares about people and puts his best foot forward to help in any which way he can. I don't know how he sleeps. I don't know how he finds the time to do all these things, but the man is just everywhere. I've got a lot of respect for him. He is a mentor to me. I consider him a friend, and for him to do this, and I really hope that this launches into a whole different thing for him now. I'm very excited for him to have landed this and be a part of this here because also of what this is. And he plays the character Nighthawk. Now, picture Batman, aged, doesn't give a shit, drinks, smokes, just all out carnage, you know what I mean? Just does what he wants to do. Batman, just gritty as could be. And it's surrounded with a cast of tons of characters that could be very much related to DC characters, Marvel characters, and, different references through pop culture with horror movies and different action movies, like I was saying, and all that kind of stuff. So there's so much intertwined with this, and it's happening and coming at you so fast. So we'll get into that in a second here, but really what we're kind of looking at here is the character Marvelous Man. Now, this is kind of the interpretation of what Superman would be for the show. And the whole thing is classic whodunit in regards to this character's death. We start off watching Marvelous Man die, and it's all about how did this character kill himself or get killed. And that's the mystery that we're unraveling throughout this show, and that's what Nighthawk is doing, working through the Guardians. And that's just on the surface level what the story is. It's just one of them classic whodunit kind of things. It's the way that this is told, how everything kind of intermingles with everything, which makes this such a unique experience. You got Sharni Vincent here from You're Next, of course. What an amazing role from You're Next, and then to see her come over into this. She just has that badass persona to her. She plays the character Speed in here, which is kind of the interpretation of the Flash. And she's awesome in this. I love her in this here. You got Dallas, you've got Sharni, and then Derek Mears, who plays Awesome Man. And those are kind of the 3 main people. There's a bunch of other characters that are there, but these are kind of your main 3 that you're kind of following throughout this. And the way that this starts to unravel and unwind itself is very unique because of what the storytelling is. So that's what I want to talk about. This is why everybody needs to see this and why it needs to get in front of as many faces as possible. The storytelling in this is just next level. The editing that went into this show, just the editing alone, if this is not for you, if you don't want to see kind of like a darker, grittier superhero kind of a thing, it is still worth checking this out simply for how the story is told and just the editing in this alone. There's so much happening. the care and love that went into this. You can tell this is a passion project because of what was put into it. There's so many different references that are flying at you so fast. I'm going to go back for a second viewing, and I know that there's a ton that I missed on this that I'm going to catch in a second viewing because I caught a lot just the first time around. Things that I had to stop and go back and make sure I was seeing it the right way. And the different ways that the story is told between live action and animation, you've got so much going on with the animation. You got 2D animation, you got claymation, classic arcade animation. I mean, we're talking the old school X-Men arcade game, all these different things that are telling the story, and it's not told in this way where it's not relevant to the story and it's just kind of like a little side thing to kind of, you know, carry a scene or get you from scene to scene. It is the actual story. You will start something off with a live action moment, and then it will just cut to some form of animation which is continuing the progression of that scene. It's so cool how they pulled this off here, and to me, I thought it was absolutely seamless. There was nothing about the switch from live action to any form of the animation that threw me off. I was so intrigued and just glued to the screen with what was happening. To me, it was just visual eye candy, and I've got the utmost respect for everybody that had a hand in creating this, editing this down, to keep this moving as fast as it did, because it is a very quick, easy watch. It's 7 episodes. They average roughly about 30 minutes per episode. But with how much is happening, and the story itself, I was engaging. So you're engaged into the story. You're following these characters. You're trying to kind of go along for this ride and see how things are unfolding. But as so much else is happening, you're processing so much visually while you're taking in the story. It really is just a delight. I really enjoy this a lot. I can't wait to go back and check this out again. I really feel you need to stop anything that you're binging right now and just go watch this. Again, it is a quick 7 episode, 30 minutes per episode on average. You can burn through this in a day or over a weekend, and there's something in here for everybody. There's so much that will take you back to your childhood. If you remember, playing all those old school games and watching like Celebrity Deathmatch, all this kind of stuff. There's so much going on in here that just ties back to so much pop culture and so much 90s. Like, if you grew up in the 90s and had that 90s kid's life or just experienced the 90s, there's so much to love about what this is. Dark, gritty superheroes mixed with tons of animation, an awesome cast, and a story that to me was extremely engaging. Even though it's a very classic kind of like whodunit type of a story, like I said, I was very engaged throughout the entire thing because the story continues to progress and move and take you through the twists and turns and all the visual eye candy that's coming at you to present that story. I just thought was expert. So hats off to the creators of this. Everybody came and did the roles perfect. I thought each actress that came into this was ready to play and have fun, and there's not much more good you can say about this here. It is just a very unique experience. I highly recommend it, and that's gonna do it, guys. I would love to know your thoughts. Again, comment down below, let me know what you thought about it, and if you've not seen it, go check it out immediately, and then let me know. I had a lot of fun with this. Looking forward to checking it out again, and yeah, that will do it for this. I'll be back with another video soon, guys. Again, make sure you hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and we will see you in the next video.